Hey guys, this is the Hard Time Strong Men, training up a better class of man, and today we are diving into a new series, the Ranger Handbook Abridged, Part 1, the Preface, and Ranger History. So this is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I've wanted to dig into the Ranger Handbook, take out all the bureaucratic crap, all of the joint operations stuff that doesn't apply to the layman, cut everything down into a more easily digestible resource for you guys. So of course our reference for today is TC 3-21.76, the Ranger Handbook. So to start off, quote, "Not for the weak or faint-hearted." The preface: the principal audience for TC 3-21.76 are U.S. Army Rangers and combat arms units. Others should also refer to applicable doctrine concerning the range of military operations. So while the Ranger Handbook is full of useful and applicable information, it's not the end-all be-all. Please reference, other TCs, other field manuals on stuff that'll dig more into it, guys. This is a good all-around option. It's a good baseline to have and to reference, but you can really dig into a lot of really great information. You just need to access it, and we'll hopefully bring all that to you in the future. But this is great information to have, but after you're done with this, you're not done. So Ranger history, pretty much only the highlights, lots of names, lots of dates, and some of these you may recognize, some of these you may not, but the Rangers have a really rich, really huge history in the Army. I know that when I was in the infantry, they were the standard. They were the guys that we were looking up to, guys that we were trying to emulate. Some names you might have heard: Major Robert Rogers during the French and Indian War, Francis Marion, the Swamp Fox, who led Marion's partisans during the Revolutionary War. On D-Day, the Rangers earned their motto when our troops were stuck on the beaches and they needed to spearhead a breakthrough in order to gain a footing. And one of the commanding officers turned to the Ranger CO and he said, "Rangers lead the way." And they did. They got a foothold and they continue out through, conducting operations, long-range penetration operations in World War II. Think Merrill's Marauders. They went on to fight in Grenada, Panama, Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan. The Rangers continually performed raids, conducted operations by land, sea, and air, and solidified themselves as the combat arms standard that others should follow. These guys are the cream of the crop, best of the best, and that's why we're talking about them today. So, next up is the Ranger Creed. Recognizing that I volunteered as a Ranger, fully knowing the hazards of my chosen profession, I'll always endeavor to uphold the prestige, honor, and high esprit de corps of the Rangers. Acknowledging the fact that a Ranger is a more elite soldier who arrives at the cutting edge of battle by land, sea, or air, I accept the fact that as a Ranger, my country expects me to move further, faster, and fight harder than any other soldier. Never shall I fail my comrades. I'll always keep myself mentally alert, physically strong, and morally straight. I'll shoulder more than my share of the task, whatever it may be, 100%, and then some. Gallantly will I show the world that I am a specially selected and well-trained soldier. My courtesy to superior officers, neatness of dress, and care of equipment shall set the standard for others to follow. Energetically will I meet the enemies of my country. I shall defeat them on the field of battle, for I am better trained and will fight with all my might. Surrender is not a Ranger word. I will never leave a fallen comrade to fall into the hands of the enemy, and under no circumstances will I ever embarrass my country. Rarely will I display the intestinal fortitude required to fight on to the Ranger objective and complete the mission, though I be the lone survivor. I think it's important to read off that creed for you guys. Creeds are everywhere in our culture. They're something that draws men together. It shows off organization, a movement's values, their heart, and it's a rallying cry for a lot of guys. It's something that a lot of guys hold pride in, and I think it's really important to remember that and to say that this is the heart of the Rangers. Then we have Standing Orders of Rogers Rangers. Major Robert Rogers, 1759. 1. Don't forget nothing. 2. Have your musket clean as a whistle, hatchet scoured, 60 rounds powder and ball, and be ready to march at a minute's warning. 3. When you're on the march, act the way you would if you would sneak up on a deer. See the enemy first. 4. Tell the truth about what you see and what you do. There's an army depending on us for correct information. You can lie all you please when you tell other folks about the Rangers, but don't never lie to a ranger or officer. 5. Don't never take a chance you don't have to. 6. When we're on the march, we march single file, far enough apart so one shot can't go through 2 men. 7. If we strike swamps or soft ground, we spread out abreast so it's hard to track us. 8. When we march, we keep moving till dark, so as to give the enemy the least possible chance at us. 9. When we camp, half the party stays awake while the other half sleeps. 10. If we take prisoners, we keep them separate till we have time to examine them, so we can't cook up a story between them. 11. Don't ever march home the same way. Take a different route so you won't be ambushed. 12. No matter whether we travel in big parties or little ones, each party has to keep a scout, 20 yards ahead, 20 yards on each flank, and 20 yards in the rear, so the main body can't be surprised and wiped out. 13. Every night you'll be told we're enemy if surrounded by a superior force. 14. Don't sit down to eat without posting sentries. 15. Don't sleep beyond dawn. Dawn's when the French and Indians attack. 16. Don't cross a river by a regular ford. 17. If somebody's trailing you, make a circle, come back onto your own tracks, and ambush the folks that aim to ambush you. 18. Don't stand up when the enemy's coming against you. Kneel down, lie down, hide behind a tree. 19. Let the enemy come until he's almost close enough to touch. Then let him have it, jump out, and finish him up with your hatchet. It's really cool to read all this because you can see in different SOPs and just different things, reading through and, studying our craft, how, the sort of thing has had an impact so many years later. So, cool bit of history there. And then this section ends by listing all of the Ranger Medal of Honor recipients, at least at the time of its publishing. And it's a lot. Like I said, these guys are the best of the best, and, a lot of them have been put in impossible situations and, still made it work. So, really cool. Really glad that we're studying this, and, I hope to bring a lot of really great information for you guys. So, coming up on the next episode of the Ranger Handbook Abridged, we'll be reading through Chapter 1, Leadership. Thanks for listening, guys. As always, this is the Hard Times Strong Men. Stay safe and stay in the fight.